Just wanted to talk to you for a couple of minutes about something we call the gear model. What the gear model does is it helps leaders understand their impact on the outcomes. In the gear model, we always start with leader knowledge. Very often the leaders, they don't know what they know and they don't know what they don't know. So if you start with leader knowledge, then you can start shifting paradigms. Many of you may have seen my observation on paradigm shifting, and that you have to move someone from the paradigm that they're at to the paradigm that makes more sense to them. This is done through leader knowledge and education. Sometimes you can do this in-house, and sometimes you can't. The next element of that is leader language and behaviors. That knowledge, the new knowledge that the leaders gain, has to create a language and behavior change that produces an outcome. It gives them the opportunity to use this language and behaviors to start creating a different buzz around whatever it is you're trying to get them to do. And it gives them the opportunity to try things without the pressure of the organization to be good at it. Because in the end, you want to see a worker language and behavior change. And that worker language and behavior change is what is going to ultimately drive that outcome. But there's a connector between these. Many organizations believe that those are actually directly coupled. But if you think about a machine, there's a belt, and that belt is engagement. How do the leaders engage on these new languages and behaviors that both the leaders have and they want the workforce to obtain? That's done through engagement, not observations, but engagement, having discussions that let people talk about and discover these new languages and behaviors. You see, the reason it's a belt is if this belt is too tight, then you're going to get a machine that's inefficient, or your outcomes will be inefficient. If you get a belt that's too loose in engagement, then you're not going to have the workforce language and behaviors matching what the leaders learned. In the end, you're searching for those better outcomes, and this machine can be very efficient, and those outcomes come in the form of a better culture, a better set of values, new norms in the organization. Using culture as an outcome instead of an input, trying to change those elements. Part of our FITLOSOPHY is understanding that culturally, we want people to understand that it's an outcome. And if you understand that that outcome of culture is a bunch of new languages and behaviors, then you can use the gear model to convey that and then work backwards to your leaders on what they need to know that's different.